Good morning. Coming up this morning on DC News Now, after months of negotiations and multiple bids, it all comes down to today.
The long-awaited vote to finalize the sale of the Washington Commanders. But first, Jackie, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. The radar not nearly as active as yesterday morning, so a drier start today, but it's still muggy and warm, and we'll see those high temperatures right around 90. Of all latest details coming up.
Plus, we're stretching your dollar, sharing a few tips to keep your power bill down while keeping you cool this summer.
And Netflix dropping a subscription option amid the boom in accounts.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, it's 6 o'clock on this Thursday morning. Taking a live look outside. It's warm and muggy out the door, but drier than yesterday as we look at the White House. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Corey James.
Good morning. I'm Tanaya Wright. Shanika is tracking your morning commute, but first we do want to get to meteorologist Jackie Layer with more on our forecast. It's going to be much better than yesterday. Yes, in terms of not needing the umbrella this morning or not getting drenched. We know Tosin was out there yesterday morning at around 5 a.m. getting soaked by that heavy downpour that was moving through the district as well as the DC Metro. But thankfully this morning we're not seeing that. We're noticing that front down towards our south, that stationary front, that continues to remain down towards our south. We're tracking quieter conditions out there and also some clouds to start. Temperatures right now 60s and 70s for much of the region. 73 in DC, 70 in Hagerstown. Slightly cooler Woodstock and Luray. We're into the upper 50s in that area. We're also noticing those dew points still a bit more on the muggy side, closer towards DC, a little bit more comfortable farther back out towards the west. That visibility, though, that looks to be an issue this morning. We're down about a mile in Manassas as well as Woodstock, Kaiser as well. 5 miles in Cumberland, even lower than that over towards extreme westernmost parts of Garrett County. 5 miles in Hagerstown and Frederick. So exercise some caution on those roadways. Take it a bit more on the slower side of things as you're heading out. Futurecast showing us that through the day today, mainly dry. We'll be tracking some late day showers and storms, especially for the mountains. But later on tonight is when we'll likely see some of those showers and storms moving through north central Maryland and closer towards DC. More details on this coming up. Shanika's here with the all-important look at those roadways as you're heading out the door on this Thursday morning.
All right, so we are seeing issues out there. Oh, wow, that sunrise was really beautiful. So MDOT is trying to get to the crash here, and it's just not a good time to do so. But you are seeing delays past this point along BW Parkway, past 193. Let's just flip over to the maps. And looking at your roadways here, you are seeing a long stretch of congestion, mostly on that northbound side. So I am seeing a report of a disabled vehicle. That could be a crash, though. It is not looking good, as you could see, past the Beltway. The rest of your roadways, though, past Powder Mill Road over to Greenbelt, most of it is looking good. In Northern Virginia, you're still seeing crash activity right before Braddock Road.
Thank you, Shanika. Your time right now is 6:02 on a Thursday.
Let's take a look at your Know and Go headlines this morning. The amendment to add more long-distance flights to Reagan National Airport is no longer in place. Lawmakers rejected the measure last night. Leaders argued additional flights would make the airport more crowded.
And school leaders at Catholic University are calling for more security on and near campus after a recent string of violence. Officials say they want more support from DC police near the Brooklyn Metro Station just south of campus. They will also be holding a town hall meeting next week to get the public's opinion about safety on campus.
And a Virginia bill is looking to address teacher shortages. It applies to elementary and secondary schools. The bill reauthorizes and revises grant programs to uplift recruitment efforts, training, and address workplace shortages. All right, this morning, the Commanders are getting ready to enter a new era.
That is right. NFL owners are set to vote on the long-awaited sale of the team today. Our Randy Bass is live this morning at FedEx Field in Landover with more on when this meeting is going to get underway later today. So, Randy, what has to happen for the sale to actually go through?
Yeah, Tanaya, Corey, 24 out of the 32 NFL team owners will gather today, and those are the guys and women who have to vote on whether this sale will go through. If 24 of them vote yes, that sale moves forward. Josh Harris Group and Don and Tanya Snyder, the current owners, went forward with a deal back in May, a deal of $6 billion. And if that $6 billion sale goes through, it'll become the largest sale of a professional sports team of all time. Of course, the Josh Harris Group, the person and his group looking to become the new owners, are no strangers to the world of professional sports. He owns the Philadelphia 76ers basketball team and the New Jersey Devils hockey team. Today he looks to add a football team to that portfolio. Dan Snyder, the current owner expected to make an exit after a tumultuous career that saw federal investigations, lawsuits, and allegations of both harassment and toxic workplace culture. Some fans are already making plans to celebrate his exit and the potential sale. The Bullpen in Navy Yard tonight hosting a Burgundy and Sold party. Our radio partners from 106.7 The Fan will be there. Plus, the team itself getting ready to celebrate too. The Commanders tweeting about a training camp pep rally happening tomorrow right here at FedEx Field. That is open to anyone who wants to RSVP and come out and celebrate. We are getting reports that the new owners will be here tomorrow for that pep rally to get the new Commanders era underway. And of course, all the action starts next week when training camp starts a week from today. At FedEx Field, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, we have to see what happens. Randy, thank you. Time right now with 6:05. The battle for more long-distance flights at Reagan National Airport is over. The House rejecting the amendment last night. Now, local lawmakers from D.C. and Virginia opposed the measure. They believe additional flights would make Reagan more crowded. Airlines were also involved in the discussion. Some were split, though, on the topic. And budget conversations for Virginia are expected to pick back up in Richmond today after talks fell apart last month. Lawmakers previously agreed on what they called a skinny budget before wrapping up the legislative session. They hope to reach a compromise on spending before the fiscal year started July 1st. However, talks fell apart after Governor Youngkin proposed a new round of tax cuts just days before the new fiscal year. Now, according to officials, Youngkin's proposed plan to cut taxes would also offer tax rebates, increase the standard deduction for income taxes, and update Virginia's income tax brackets. Democrats say that plan is off the table. Meantime, Youngkin and Republicans in Richmond say the state has enough money to cut.
Your time right now is 6:06 this morning. Lawmakers in Maryland say talks to renew the Baltimore Orioles lease at Camden Yards has hit a snag now. Officials are now urging the team and Maryland Stadium Authority to get the deal done before the lease runs out at the end of the year. The Orioles chairman says despite the stalled negotiations, the team is not leaving Baltimore. The chairman and Governor Moore released a joint statement saying that there has been some progress on upgrading the area around the stadium. The chairman says he plans to have an agreement on the lease done by next spring. And Montgomery County Police are asking for help identifying the suspects that they believe are responsible for a home invasion in Rockville that happened earlier this month. Officials released this surveillance video of those suspects. They say 6 people assaulted a man after he got out of his car in the parking garage at Camden Shady Grove Apartments. They say that they then robbed his apartment. Neighbors are split on if the attack will force them to move.
It's really alarming, especially like at night, you know, letting the dog out. I'm not renewing my lease, but getting out of my lease early.
Nobody needs to be afraid about anything. It's not that our community was targeted. I don't understand what the panic is about.
Now, if you recognize any of those suspects, you are asked to call police. There is a reward of up to $10,000 for any information that leads to an arrest. And Catholic University is requesting additional security in the wake of 2 deadly shootings in the area.
Yeah, the most recent shooting happened Monday night, and it took place in a popular area not too far from campus. That's where we find our Lex Warris this morning. And Lex, this most recent off-campus shooting is less than a half mile from where the deadly on-campus shooting happened earlier this month.
Yeah, that's right. It's about a 5-minute walk between both the scene there on campus and the scene that happened right here where I am on Monroe Street. And this is a very heavily trafficked area for the community, both students and staff and faculty working on campus, but also just regular community members who do live here in this area in Brooklyn. And it's got campus leadership taking action. The Campus University president actually is planning an emergency meeting with MPD, and they're also planning to ask for more resources. They're going to be requesting heavier patrolling for longer periods of time, both on John McCormick Road and on Monroe Street here. But already the university has increased police presence on campus and around the edge of campus around Brooklyn Metro Station since these shootings have happened. The university president has also reached out to neighboring universities and Mayor Bowser. They want to start a conversation about how to address crime on and around college campuses. Now, they're also planning to get the community involved in this discussion. There is a town hall meeting that is going to be planned for next Wednesday. They're telling people to mark their calendars for that right now. However, they have not yet set out any specific specifics about exactly when or where that's going to be or exactly what time that's going to be. But they do say that there will be a virtual option. So definitely something for community members to keep their ears and eyes out for. Of course, as we get more information about it, we will update people on DCNewsNow.com. For now, live in Washington, I'm Lex Juarez. Back to you.
Lex, thank you. And today kicks off D.C. Homeland Security's weekly 202 for Peace Walks and summer resource pop-up events. Today's walk starts at 4058 Minnesota Avenue in Northeast. It begins at 3 o'clock this afternoon and ends at 6 o'clock tonight. Officials say there will also be music and bounce houses for kids.
And we are helping you stretch your dollar when it comes to your electric bill. As temperatures continue to rise, so does our energy use at home. We have some tips to help you save both energy and money while you beat the heat. First up, experts say you can use fans instead of your AC to cool your home. That's because fans use about 2% of the energy that an air conditioner uses. You could also open your windows to keep your house cool at night. The temperature outside at night is usually cooler than the inside of your home. Finally, you can unplug electronics when you're not using them. Even though these devices might not be on, they are using energy, so you should always unplug them. And experts say you can also save money on your energy bill by spending more time outside. Spending time at the grill or by a pool a few nights a week can give your AC a break and save you money. All right, well, meantime, Metro has added some new ways for riders to park and pay before jumping on the train.
Yeah, consumer reporter Ben Dennis is breaking down how saving you time could also save you some money on your commute.
Well, ditch the change and rummaging through your purses and glove boxes. Metro says that all of their parking lots near train stations and even curbside spots have access to mobile kiosks. Pay and go without missing your trip and having to pay ATM withdrawal fees. WMATA says that these park mobile kiosks are now available at all 63 Kiss and Ride and hourly lots, plus on street parking spaces. Gone are 3,000 parking meters. They've now been replaced. Download the Park Mobile app to pay on your phone. But good news here, coins and cards are still accepted too if you have them. What to know? Use the app to pay or call this number right there on your screen. You'll have to input a specific zone and space number identifying where you are. Then choose how long you expect to be parked there. App users can adjust this remotely, extend it if you want. Some stations require your license plate number instead of a space number to pay. They are Medical Center, Tenleytown, and Deanwood stations. And not to forget, weekend parking is free and rides are flat, $2 one way. Now, recent budget changes involve some higher rates during the week and half off for SNAP recipients. Visit DCNewsNow.com and search Metro Rates Rising for more. Ben Dennis, back to you.